I'm not lying. Today is the first day. It is Thursday, January 29th, 10 p.m. I'm gonna start sleeping at this time. So that, well, for now, because I don't have a job yet, so I don't know what time they're gonna need me. So yeah. I'm gonna write in my journal. What should I dream, guys? What should I try to dream? Something super easy. I should try to... Okay. Day 1, January 29th, 5 p.m. Okay. I want to dream about a blue jellyfish. Okay, so that's the goal. So how I'm gonna try to do this, since I obviously don't know how to do this yet, and this is like my trial, I'm going to just do breathing techniques, and then as I'm doing the breathing techniques, I'm gonna think about only a blue jellyfish. And hopefully by the time I am fully asleep, I will have a dream with a blue jellyfish. So this is day 1, guys. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll wake up tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, guys. I woke up, and let me tell you guys, there was no blue jellyfish. No blue jellyfish. Didn't work out. I woke up like 3 times. But my last dream, can I tell you guys the last dream that I had before I like fully woke up? So me and 2 of my friends, or 2 friends and I, went to a house party. It was in an apartment at Seattle. I was driving, and I went into a parking garage, and there was no charge. So we were super lit. Mind you, this is like Seattle, so we were already really excited. And then we walk to the party. As soon as we are at the door, when the host opens the door, I do not know who these 2 friends that I'm with are, or I didn't know who the host of I don't recognize these faces. The host of the party, I didn't know who that was. But it ended up being a costume party. And we didn't have any costumes. We just had our regular clothes on. They offered us a change into a costume, and we were like, nah, bro, it's all good. Time is passing, and we enjoy the party. And then people are starting to leave. I had seen the party host before when they opened the door, but now it was my dad and my brother. So my dad and my brother lived in this apartment. And I saw people were disappearing. So it ended up only being a couple of people and then me. And then the 2 girls that I was with, that I came to the party with, they were no longer some random people. They were my sisters. It started to feel weird. So I was like, yo, like we should leave, bro. Like even though it was my dad and it was my brother, it didn't feel like them. I saw their face, but it just felt off. And when I told my sisters, I was like, hey, we should leave, we weren't able to because my brother released Bella, which is our dog, our German Shepherd. And she jumped on us. And usually, like, when we come home, she gets really excited. She, like, jumps on us. So I wasn't really scared or anything like that. And at first, I just thought that she was really excited to see us and she was just going to come hug us. So I was like, okay, really quick. Like, that's my baby. So we hug her. And then she starts attacking me. Like, she starts, like, biting me. And mind you, Bella bites hard. Like, she's a German Shepherd, so like it actually like really hurts. And so she starts barking and attacking me. And then she goes to my sisters and then she starts attacking them. I start like low-key fighting my dog, but I'm not trying to like beat her up because it's like my baby, you know what I mean? After a while, I ended up like pushing her off and like we ran. And then I was yelling for my dad. I was like, Dad, like, this was in Spanish. I was like, Dad, like, where are you? We need help. No one came. And so, I don't know. Like I said, like, I was 100% sure, like, I know their face, but this was not my dad or my brother. So, I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Like, we just, like, I guess Bella disappeared after I had, like, pushed her off. And I grabbed my sisters and I dragged them out the door. Like, we just, like, run. Book it. And then as we're running outside, I'm trying to find the parking. And I have, for some reason, I don't remember where we parked. So we're, like, running down these streets. And I have no idea if, like, they're after us or, like, I don't know. Like, I'm really scared. And, we go somewhere and I'm like, I think I left my car here. It was not a parking garage. It was, like, on the street. And I told my youngest sister, I told her, you stay here. For no reason. And then I went around. I ended up finding the parking garage where I remember I parked my car. And I was like, oh my God, like, I left my sister over there. Like, why did I leave her there? Why didn't she just come? I don't know why I left her there. But I did. And, yeah, so we go into the parking garage with my younger sister, but she's the oldest out of both of them. And we can't find the car. The car is not in the parking lot. It's not in the parking garage. It's nowhere to be seen. We go through all the floors and it's not there. And there's a towing truck. And I was really upset because the car was not only there, but I also lost my sister. And yeah, I was freaking out. Okay. Oh, okay. And my dad did actually end up hunting us down. Like, you could feel him, like, following us. And I was like, dude, they probably got my sister. And at the last point that we were with him was at the parking garage where we had no car. My car disappeared. And it was just, like, a scary look on my dad's face. And I was like, you know what? It's over. And that's when I woke up. So, that was not a blue jellyfish. But, you know, it was something. So, that was it for day 1. I am going to do the same thing tomorrow. I slept at 10 p.m. I'm gonna try that again. And I'm gonna look up a different breathing technique. I don't know. I'm gonna look that up today. So I'll see you guys. Okay guys, day 2. Due to some unfortunate events, we will be starting our sleep a little late. It is currently 1 a.m. No longer January 30th. I think there's a 31st. If not, I think there is a 31st. Anyways, there is, right? No, there's not, because December 31st, January, whatever. I'm gonna sleep today, whatever day it is, at 1 a.m. And my goal to dream is of my sisters. So I'll tell you guys tomorrow. I was a bit late. I woke up. I'm ready because I was at an interview, but today I had no dreams that I remember, unfortunately. Guys, oh my gosh. Okay. So I ended up falling asleep again today on the 31st. There is a 31st of the month. I ended up falling asleep, taking another nap. So I'm gonna sleep again today. A little bit later. It's the 1st of the February. I do remember I had a dream during that nap, but I didn't include that into my my daily goals because, like, it's just not the night. So we have January 31st, day 3, and it's It's 12 a.m. Okay. So one goal that I have is I'm gonna see if I can dream of something that's like next to me. So like if I have it next to me while I go to sleep, like this. So I'm gonna dream about this penguin. I'm gonna try to dream about this penguin. Okay. I'm gonna try to see if I can focus on it enough that it'll appear. And also, oh my gosh. So do you guys remember how I told you guys about the dream the day before the first night? About like my dad and like my whole like my sisters, my dad, my brother. Do you guys remember how I told you yesterday was a tough day? There was I'm not gonna go into too much of the details, but there was conflict that took place in our house, and it was involving my dad, my brother, and then it was obviously my dad didn't attack me or my brother or my dogs didn't attack me, but I feel like it was relevant that the day that I dreamt about this, the next day it happened. So, and this is not the first time, okay guys? This is not the first time that stuff like this has happened. I dream about something, even without that, I was not intending on thinking about any of this. I wanted to, and this is why I'm setting these goals. In my mind, I wanted to dream about a blue jellyfish, and that did not happen. Okay, so hopefully over some time I am able to control a little bit more about what I'm seeing, but at the same time, like I feel like this also just comes to show that dreams are not like, they're messages, and it might be from it's like you're in a vulnerable state when you're sleeping, like you're in a recharge, you're like healing, you're in a different state, and for you to dream and have these memories, like there are so many times where I remember a dream and I think that that's real life, and it's not real life, it was a dream, but then it ends up being real life, it ends up happening either, and I end up getting deja vu while it's happening during the day. The day of, I'm like, damn, like I remember this already happened. Like, how did this it already happened in a dream? So I think it's really crazy that, I just started this already, first day, right off the bat, I got a prediction in my dream, and it happened the next day. What happened from the dream? Well, I think dreams are up to interpretation. Same with everything throughout the day. Like, honestly feel like nothing is a coincidence. Everything that you hear, every person that you talk to, every situation that you come across is meant to teach you something. It's meant to put you on a certain path. It is meant to it was meant for you. It was not an accident. And, whatever you do with that information is what is important, what's truly important. Like, you can feel bad about it and like, sit on that thought and like get stuck, or you can think about it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Obviously that's not super easy all the time, but I just think it's crazy, worth mentioning. Day 1. So we're on day 3. Hopefully I can dream about this blue penguin. I don't know if I already said the time. It's 12 a.m. just because I took that nap. I'm still trying to sleep a little bit early. So yeah, we'll see what else I capture. My footage, thank you guys. Okay, day 3. So my goal was to see a blue penguin, and I did. I saw this penguin on my bed because when I like spawned into the dream, I was on my bed, and I was only in my bed. My room was different, but like my bed was the same. So I saw this, and I did have a dream. So basically, let me tell you guys this dream. Okay, so I woke up in a neighborhood. Like I said, it was my bed, but it was not my room. And I have had a lot of dreams in this neighborhood. Like, I know this neighborhood. And I don't live there right now, but I spawned there when my dreams a lot. The last time I did, my uncle, I guess I found out he was sick. And I had like, okay, anyways, we're not worried about that other dream. So I woke up in a neighborhood. I don't know where it is, but I know it's the same one I've done before. And my sisters were getting ready, so like right now. And I heard word that there was gonna be a concert in our city. Like, apparently we had an arena right near us. You know, the closest arenas for concerts, at least that I know of, are in Seattle. So I was like, yo, like, it's right here. Like, why not go? And it was gonna be Stray Kids. I don't even listen to Stray Kids, but it was gonna be them. And I was like, you know what? Like, they're in our city. I ended up getting tickets for me and my sisters. And there was no information on what time it was gonna be at, or which arena it was gonna be at. Apparently, it could be between. They were gonna switch, depending on, for whatever reason, they were gonna switch between the one in my city and the one in Everett. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I had seen that the concert was gonna happen on my phone, and I saw another one of my friends, let's call her friend A, was also going. So she told me that we had to go to a watch party, and at the watch party we would walk to the concert, whichever stadium or arena they were performing at. But we had to, like, we couldn't just show up at either one of them, like, straight up. We had to be at a watch party, and then we would walk. And okay, I agreed, and I even brought my a dog. I had a pit bull, which I actually recognized. It's one of my uncle's dogs in California. Name is Mabel. I do remember this dog, but it was my dog in the story, and I took her with me and both of my sisters to this watch party. They said that there was like puppies allowed. We drove there, and I ended up getting we told our parents that we're just gonna head out. We're all done getting ready, and then they're like, every time I go out, I've made many mistakes in my past, guys. I am not perfect. They give me like a little lecture, and it's like, you know, be safe, take care of yourself. And this time I was with my sisters, so they were like, you better take care of your sisters. So I was like, okay. We get in my car, we put the address, and realize it's apartments. So I'm like, But I'm like, okay, whatever. My friend is gonna be there, so I'll just like check it out, and then I'll have and we have a pit bull, bro. Like, you know, I'll just my sisters are a little bit older, so I'm like, you know, I'll just leave my sisters in the car or something, check out this apartment, see what it is. And it was like, okay, we pull up, and we go in, I check it out, I see my friend there, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I tell my sisters to just come with me, and with the dog, of course. We have Mabel with us. And then there's no one at this watch party other than this one guy. He's right in front of the TV, and he's on his phone. He's just like on his phone. He doesn't even acknowledge that we get there. He's just on his phone. And so we're like, hey, like, this is the watch party. And he was like, yeah, just like took a seat. And then we'll figure it out. I'll get like the word, and we'll go walk to the stadium. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, I asked him. Okay, so we go take a seat, and from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., we're literally just sitting there, like, talking to each other, like, and there was more people that showed up, like, quite a bit of people in there, but it wasn't packed. It was really calm. It was super calm. But from 6 to 11 is kind of a lot, so I asked this guy, I'm like, dude, like, when is the concert starting? Like, you know, it's getting late. He looked at me, and he was like, I don't know yet. And then went back to his phone. I let him know that, you know, I was just gonna go take my dog home. I didn't want her to be there for super long. Like, I know she wanted to, I don't know, it's just a lot of people. And, you know, I don't think that my dog felt comfortable. So I was like, I'm just going to go drop her off really quick. And I asked friend A if it was okay. If I could just leave my sisters with her. Mind you, my sisters are a little bit older. I like kind of see that this is what is they say that it's gonna be, and my friend is there and I trust her, so I'm like, you know what, like, can I just stay here? She's like, yeah, bro, it's fine. I'm like, real quick. This, mind you, this apartment is like right across like the street. Like I literally just have to go there, drop off my dog, come back. Like it's really no big deal. So I leave, and I remember that the parking garage, we're on the second level, and it said like Adam's entrance there. And so I just remembered that. I forgot what the second word was, but it was Adam something. And then okay, I came and went back, and I parked in the same spot. After I parked, I got out of the car, and I was like, oh, like, hopefully the concert is starting and they're just like waiting for me. Hopefully like they're not in a rush to get there. And then a firefighter comes up to me and asked me if I knew where I was going, because it's pretty late, and you know, well, I don't know, like I was alone. And he was like, I told him where I was gonna go, and he was like, oh, like you should get a coffee, because, well, the concert hasn't even started, you know what I mean? And it's pretty late. And then he's like, you should go get a coffee from the stand. There's a coffee stand. It wasn't there before, but when I came back, there was a coffee stand right next to like the passageway to get to the elevator that took you to the apartments. And then that was where the sign was, where it said Adams. That's where I knew where I was. And he was like, it's on me, like just take a coffee, you're gonna need it. I was like, okay. Okay, so I go to the coffee stand, and like the person that's behind like the little bar thingy, I guess, where you can order. I knew that person. That person used to be, where am I? Okay, I used to room with them. And literally as soon as she saw me, she got kind of nervous, like a little awkward. So I kind of tried to walk away. I was like, you know what? I don't want to make people uncomfortable. Like, it's fine. Like, people don't have to, like, deal with that, right? So I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I didn't even want the coffee. Like, you know what I mean? And then the firefighter was like, no, like, go get your coffee. Like, go get your coffee. He just thought I was being, like, shy about, like, you know, him buying it for me. But he was like, no, like, just get the coffee. Get the coffee. And I was like, okay. So I go and I say hi to her. And she's like, I asked her how she is. She looked at me and she was really anxious. But the crazy thing, oh my gosh, okay, so the crazy thing is that a couple of days ago, I did text her. Because I was worried. I was like, hey, like, are you still in this state? Because the state that she came from was Minnesota, and you guys know what's going on in Minnesota. So I was like, you know, it crossed my mind. I was like, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just felt like I had to check in. Obviously, she didn't have to respond. It was just something that, you know, came out of me. And I texted her. So this whole, hey, how are you situation is like, okay. To me, it's kind of like showing me her answer to that text. She did not respond to the text message, which is fine. Like, again, like I said, like, I don't really mind. I don't want to force people to talk to me. You know, I feel like that's love. Like, when you love someone, you're not going to force them to do anything. You're going to acknowledge, accept. Same way that they're acknowledging and they're accepting you. They don't have to, like, you can accept, but you don't have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So, like, in my head, I'm like, you know what? It's fine. But like, this was my response. Like, my response to her. Okay? She gave me, like, she was giving me eyes that, like, she was anxious. And she was like, nothing much. She was really nervous. Like, she was, like, laughing and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, like, I'm making her so uncomfortable. But the firefighter was, like, right behind me. He was, like, waiting. And I was like, okay, whatever. And she kept talking to me. Like, she was trying to be friendly and stuff, do her job. And And I also texted her cousin. Okay, so in here it says anxious, nothing much. I recently texted her. And I also texted her cousin. And her cousin did tell me that she went back to Minnesota. So I guess I got like the answer that I wanted. But you know, after she didn't respond, I was like, you know what? It's like fine. Like I can't save her, you know what I mean? And like there really is no point in her responding to that if she doesn't want to. Like there's nothing I can do for her. And then so given that knowledge in my dream, after she said nothing much, I told her I thought you had left, like to Minnesota, right? But I was glad that she was living here. At least I think in this state, like, you know, it's a little bit safer. I would have thought like maybe she brought her mom or like her family, like they came back to here. But you know, I really don't know what's going on. There's a lot going on. So it felt good to me to at least find out, even if, you know, she was a little bit uncomfortable. Like I did find out that she was like, just seeing her here, I was like, okay, like at least she's not over there. And then okay, I was glad, and at least, like, you know, in comparison, I was good. She made the drink. I didn't even order. Like I didn't order anything, but she started making a drink. So I was like, okay, like, you know, I'm already making this awkward. Like I'm not gonna do too much. And she's like, that's not what you asked. And now she was mad. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, like I said, I know people don't owe me a response, but I was like, what do you mean? She was really upset. I guess because I found out where she was at, so maybe she didn't want me to know where she's at, and like to me it seemed like she's like, oh, like now you know that I'm here, like you weren't supposed to know that. Like she was, at first she was nervous, then she was mad. So I was like, you know what, it's like fine, like it was nice seeing you. I told her to take care, and I left. I didn't even get the coffee, I just left. And then I went back into the watch party. Saw like so many cars on the street outside on like the balcony. And it was 12 a.m. So I was like, dude, like there's no way Stray Kids is gonna be performing right now. Like let's just go home. Like either we missed the concert already, like there's no way that they're performing now, or they're gonna do it way too late, and you know, like you guys are too young to be out here at night. We can go home. And so yes, I guess they never showed up. On our way out from the watch party, I didn't see the coffee stand again. Like I didn't see it. So that to me, I was like, okay, like I got my answer. Like it wasn't in real life, but I got my answer. Like don't be snooping in her business. Like she doesn't want you in her business. Right? So I get it. So friend A, the one that was with my sisters, she also was like, yeah, bro, like this is weird. I don't think they're gonna perform. So she got a ride back from friend B. And friend B pulled up like immediately. As soon as we walked in, she was like, bam, right there. So I guess she was already planning on leaving as soon as I came back. And you know, we exchanged some words. We were like, man, like that sucks. The other friend B was also waiting at a different watch party for the show to start, so maybe they were gonna go somewhere else. But yeah, and we went on our way. We went to the we went by the stadium, and again there was no one there, so I was like, you know what, it's fine. Then I woke up and like I went back to my room and I went to sleep, and then I woke up. Also, another thing, I woke up in the middle of the dream. I woke up like when I left the watch party and I went back to sleep. Like in real life, I woke up and I went to the bathroom, came back, and then I went back into the dream, which is crazy. Like that doesn't happen all the time. Like, so it's another thing. But yeah, so to me, like the whole stadium thing, to to me, I think, sorry guys, I just saw like my energy bill. Okay, I think that the stadium thing is trying to tell me that about this weekend, the Super Bowl is this weekend. I'm gonna go watch it with my friend. And you know, they didn't show up. To me, that's kind of telling me that they're not gonna win. So the Seahawks are not gonna win. But it's fine. I think I'm so excited for the Super Bowl. I feel like it's really important that Bad Bunny is doing a halftime show, especially right now. Super excited. So either way, I wasn't even disappointed. Like in the dream, I pulled up. I was enjoying the watch party. I was having fun. I was talking. And then I wasn't even drinking. Like, it was just super chill. And then my sisters were also having fun. And then I guess, like, the only weird thing was that we never found out, like, what stadium they were at. So, you know what? Maybe there is no answer. I feel like the Seahawks are going to win. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I have a very... I don't even go to... I don't even watch football. And I went to the other game just because I had a really good feeling. And I still have that really good feeling. Maybe it's just because I want to go out and I really want to watch the Super Bowl, like the halftime show. I have a really good feeling, guys. We're gonna make it through. And then the other part, with my friend that I saw, like, I guess that also just kind of let me know, like, you know, you don't text her, like, don't, like, just respect that you guys aren't talking and it's fine. So I need that reminder. But yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, guys, day 4, February 1st. It's 10:30-ish, and I'm gonna go to sleep right now. I'm back on. Okay, never mind. The goal of tonight is I want to spawn on my bed again. I want my dream to have me spawn on my bed again. So guys, sorry I didn't update. I did have a dream, but I don't know if I don't really remember it. And like, all I remember was that there was somebody touching my belly button and like pulling my belly button piercing. They were saying something, and like that really bothers me because I feel like the belly button is just like super sensitive. Guys, I need to stop tapping the yard before I go to sleep. Because I don't know if you guys know, but like if you hit the yard before you go to sleep, like that takes away your dreams. That's why a lot of people with like when I had people with PTSD use it to forget like their dreams. Like I had really, like, for the longest time, I had really bad PTSD, and I would redream the same thing like over and over and over and over again. I would have to tap the yards. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to go to sleep again right now. I just had an interview, so I'm just gonna... Oh, don't look at my room. Okay. I just had an interview, so I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna take off my makeup and then I'll go to sleep, and then I'll report the new dream. And this goal is gonna be my belly button. What is wrong with my belly button? So, guys, I tried to redream it. It did not happen. I had a dream. Well, I didn't dream about what happened to my belly button, guys. Someone's trying to take my belly button. So I didn't dream about that. So I don't know what people are plotting. I did have a dream about me going to my interview at the job that I, not the one that I went to right now, but it was a different oral surgery clinic. And yeah, it was basically me living through that. I went in, I talked to the front desk ladies. It was a really modern clinic. I went upstairs, and then they were telling me like all the benefits. They were telling me that they hang out outside of work, that they clean outside, that they like once a week they get together and pick up plastic on the side of around the clinic. And then they were talking about how you can get a ride to work. And yeah, I was just getting a tour of the clinic. So I'm assuming this is because I went to an interview, and then also because I have more interviews coming up. So yeah, sorry guys, I tried to recover. I guess we'll find out later when I go to sleep again. So okay guys, I almost forgot. Day 5, I'm gonna try to dream about what's going on with my belly button, because like it's actually really concerning. So yeah, hopefully we get to find out. It is 11 p.m. Okay guys, I had a real dream. I thought I was gonna go back to sleep, but I didn't. I took my sister to school. So day 5, I did not find out what was going on with my belly button, guys. I didn't get to figure that out. But let me tell you guys what I did dream. So it all started in our old apartment complex. We lived there for a really long time, like really long time. Anyways, this was the unit K102. We used to call this the haunted unit just because like a lot of stuff happened in that apartment, and because we got kicked out of there. We got kicked out of the apartment because there was like, I guess, a broken pipe or something, and then they made a hole, like a really big hole in our boiler. Not in our boiler, but in the boiler room. So yeah, they just moved us to a different apartment. But anyways, in the dream, my sisters needed a ride to school, so I took them, both of them. I also needed to go to work, so I just had to drop them off and then go to the job. This job, oh my gosh, I'm employed now, guys. So on Monday, I start my new job. So I'm gonna, yeah, I got like hella money. Okay. Anyways, but this was the old job that I used to work at, the restaurant. And, you know, when I pulled up, like, not a lot of people that I remember were still there other than one. And she was so happy to see me. And then they started discussing. As soon as I got there, I said hi to the girl that was super excited to see me. Let's call her best coworker ever. She's always so nice to me. But anyways, they were discussing whether or not I knew how to do the job. And I was like, guys, like, it's really not that hard. Like, just serve people their food, you ring them up. Like, it's not that hard. And I still remember how to work that POS. Anyways, so then they were like, yeah, bro, you need to go to class. So they sent me to a classroom. Now, I don't know where this classroom was, but it did look like one of the classrooms I used to be in at UW. So I think it was there, but it was just, you know, a classroom. And when I was in class, there was this little girl who claimed I was her parent. And I was supposed to protect her. And what was I even doing? Like, why was I there in the classroom? We weren't even doing anything in the class. Like, we were just literally sitting there and talking to each other. Until everyone started pressing me about this kid, like this little girl. They were like, that's your kid. Like, you need to take care of, like, your morals are wrong. Like, you're doing too much. And I was like, listen, I do know this little girl, actually. Like, in my dream, in real life, she actually worked at the restaurant that I was, the one that I was working at. She actually worked there. And I did used to take a lot of care of her, but, you know, I tried my best. I couldn't save her. You know, you can't save people. I tried my best. But yeah. And so everyone started pressing me, and I was shocked. Because I know damn well that was not my kid. Because I was, like, helping her out. Like, when she was already born, like, mind you, when I was, we worked together. We went to school together. Like, I don't know. Like, I knew that wasn't my kid. So, like, why were they doing too much? So I was like, I like stopped fighting with them. I was like, you know what? Maybe you're right. And I went to the bathroom. I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom though, really quick. And I headed home because I was not about to take no kid home with me. Especially after I tried so hard. I was like, girl, like what do you want me to do now? Like, you didn't listen to me, obviously. Anyways, that's not no one's business. Anyways, but I was like, bro, like after everything I tried to do, like you still like coming to look for me. Like, what am I gonna do? Because clearly I couldn't do anything. So, anyways, after I made it home, I remember that we had a running event, and like at the apartments, and that running event was you had to eat sweets or like pastries. Most people had pastries. Some people had like muffins and like candies and stuff like that. But while you were running, so I was like, oh my god, like I need to lock in and get running. Now I know I'm pretty fast. Like I am a runner. I will say that I am pretty fast. I'm like an athlete. But I saw this this couple, and it was okay. I didn't know either one of these people, but it was like a white couple, and the girl was a little bit heavier, and the guy was, I would say he was not heavy. He, I don't know, like I don't know how much he weighs, but she was bigger, and then he was a little bit smaller, and I thought that was her man. He was helping her eat some of the pastries while they were running, while they were jogging. He was like jogging besides her, like emotional support. And I was like, oh, it's actually like really cute. Like, you know, maybe she doesn't really want to eat all those things, and he's helping her out. But I needed to win. So I got a pillow from my bed, and oh my gosh. Okay, so one thing, and this is like the one thing that got me like really thinking about like what can I do in dreams, is that I can fly. Like whenever I want to, like I can fly. And so sometimes it takes a lot, like for me to fly in my dreams. All I have to do is like jump, like keep jumping, jump a lot. Like I have to spam the space button, and it's like double tap like Minecraft. And then when I'm in the air, like I have to really focus on like where do I want to go, like how high. Like I really need to focus. Like I can't be talking to nobody else. I can't, like I have to focus. And so I was like, I know how to win. Like these people are gonna be on the ground running or jogging or whatever, and I'm pretty fast. I could beat them out, but like I can't be flying. So I grabbed the pillow like just for comfort, and I like jumped, and I started flying. Now they weren't ready for that. No one's ever ready for me to start flying in my dreams ever, but whatever. They weren't ready for that. And the guy was like, yo, so he started to run really fast. He kind of got mad, and he was like, you're cheating. And I was like, bro, shut up. Like, you're just mad you can't fly. And then he was no match for me. So I flew like past him, and then I flew to the finish line, but I didn't get to celebrate because there was the little girl. Like, she was right there at the finish line, and I was like, bro. So I just didn't want to get down. I kept flying around the apartments. I even I flew around my other apartment complex that I used, not another, a different building, and I went to that building. And when I was flying there, like I went on like our old our covered, like you have to pay for a cover garage, like a carport, I think it's what it's called. I went on mine, and okay, so I was like jumping on it, and then I was like, oh my god, there's people coming, and like people were still doing the race. So I jumped on a different one, and then that one like broke in half, and I was like, yikes. That actually happened in real life. Like, well, I didn't like jump on it, but like it did break, and it fell on like two cars, like the aluminum top part of it. So I just started laughing. I was like, there's no way, like I created this, like I did this. And then the little girl was still there, and I was like, bro. So I started to fly to Target. And while I was at Target, like I just kept flying and flying. I even flew in, and then I was like flying on top of like the I remember we went to the cereal section, and then we went to like the makeup section. And in the makeup section, she asked this dad and this little boy, guys, like, that's my mom. Like, she just doesn't want to, like, tell her to stop. Like, and these people were not fazed by me flying, but they started pressing me. They were like, are you really her parents? And I was like, guys, like, no. And I was like, we don't even look like each other. Like, mind you, I look like this. And this little girl is like Vietnamese. She's like really short. Like, you know, I was like, we do not look anything alike. Like, there is no way, like, I think I would have remembered if I pushed you out my Medusi. So I was okay, hella mad. Like, they were just pressing me, and she was asking all these people. And then they said I had to get down so they could look at me closely. Like, they couldn't really see my face because I was flying. And I was like, girl, you can see everything. Like, look at her. She's not even flying. Like, if she was really my kid, she'd be flying up here with me. But she's not. It's because she doesn't have my wonderful genetics. Like, anyways. So, yeah, I ended up not being able to, I kept flying until I was really tired. And then I ended up not even finishing the story because I woke up. I woke up pretty early, actually. So I know I said I was going to go to sleep at 11. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep until like 1, 2 a.m. And I woke up at 8 a.m. So, you know. And then I couldn't go back to sleep. I had to take my sister like now. And I was convinced. I was like, let me not record the dream thing because I'll just go back to sleep and then I'll have another dream. Couldn't go back to sleep. So I stayed up till literally 10:50. So yeah, that was my dream. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, guys, this is day 6. I'm gonna do day 6 as the last day and start day 7 as the new week. Or actually, I don't know. I'll see. Okay, I'll see. Just because the video is really long. So, anyways, day 6, February 3, 11 p.m. I want to dream about chewing gum. So, guys, look, I did my skincare and this pimple, like, kind of went away. So, anyways. Okay, so day 6, I did not dream about chewing gum. Didn't happen. But I definitely had a dream. So, it started off in an office that appeared to be a hotel. It actually kind of reminded me of a hotel that I thought it was a hotel, but it was like a tall building, and it had a bunch of offices, and then you had to like check in with the security guard to like get in the elevator and go up to the office space. This is where I was, and there was a group of us in that office, and we were having a discussion. We were talking about what to do in downtown Seattle, what was there to do in Seattle. Essentially, I was like a tour guide or something, or I wasn't officially a tour guide, but I was just with them, and I guess I go out the most out of all of them. So they start asking me about like food, things to do, places to be, how much money they would need, what it was like, and it was 7 p.m. And I was like, listen, like, if you guys want to go down there today, like, we're gonna have to head there now because everything closes at 2 a.m. Like, there's nothing, unless it's like a personal party, or there's nothing that stays open after 2 a.m. And I don't know if you guys want to be out there. Like, I don't know what their plan was, but I was just telling them, like, at night, this is what the move is. Food was the main point of discussion. And I was like, okay, we could definitely find something to eat, but we'd have to leave, like, now. And then, so yeah, it was 7 p.m. and we decided that we had to go on the light rail to enjoy our nights. We knew that it was super busy, and everything was going to be packed, and we knew that it was going to be a busy area to visit because apparently there was like some sort of event. And I asked them, I was like, yo, like, low-key, like, you know, I didn't plan to go out. Like, I came here to the office, and for some reason, I was still wearing, like, pajamas. Nothing crazy, but I did have, like, spare clothes. And so I was like, can I please change, like, just really quick? They said yes. And these are all just random people. There's a total of 7 people, 8 including myself. And these are all just random people. Like, I don't know who they are, but I'm like, hey, like, can I just change really quick? And then they said yes. But they were kind of, like, already moving. Like, they were walking out the door. And I was like, dude, like, bro, like, just wait. Like, let me put on some jeans. And also, they were right in front of me. So, like, I had to go find a bathroom. I had to go, I was trying to find some place to, like, change myself. And I went into a bathroom, and I guess I put on some jeans, and then I put on shirts. I put on 2 shirts because I didn't know, like, I guess I just wasn't sure if we were coming back to this office or not. And so I had, like, this white shirt on the bottom. It was like a lacy, like, kind of like maiden white shirt. And then I had a yellow shirt with white in the middle that kind of looked like, I'll, like, post up pictures, like, right here. Then I had some jeans, and I had my boots. So I had my, like, cowboy boots. They were brown. And then, yeah, so I didn't even get to, like, properly change or do my hair. Like, my hair was like this, looked like this. And I just got a clip, and I, like, put it back like that, but no gel. Like, if you guys know me, you know that I can't do my hair without gel. Like, my hair will not stay in place. My hair is, like, the strongest thing I know. And, yeah, it's not gonna hold. So I did the little clip, and I had those 2 yellow shirts stacked. And I rushed out the door with them. Okay. Once we got on the light rail, honestly, nothing visually, it was no longer, like, my city that I knew. It looked more like a technologically advanced, like, the light rail was, like, super, like, sleek, modern. There was different infrastructure that you could see outside of the window. It looked, again, more futuristic. The streets were really clean, and there was a lot of people. It kind of had a slight resemblance to what I imagined Japan looks like. I've never gone, but what I've seen online, like, that kind of, like, the city. And then as we were looking outside the window of the library, like, we could tell that there was a lot of people that were coming from an event, I think a soccer event. And we were finally gonna go out to eat. We went around, we were walking around, because I was, like, I guess, like, a tour guide, and we were walking around, we were checking out, like, the fountain, we were seeing all the food that was surrounding the area that we were at, because I don't know, this didn't look like Seattle, this didn't look like downtown, nothing. Like, it was just like a future, I guess. It was crazy. And we were walking around, there was, like, some views, and then to my wonderful surprise, okay, when I turned around to the group of people that were following me, I was like, okay, guys, like, we do kind of have to eat now. And the first face I saw was Jungkook from BTS. Now, as you may know, I was gagged. Like, as soon as I turned around, I saw his face. I was like, no way, bro. Like, no way. And he said that he wanted to get some chicken wings. Everyone else agreed. I didn't know who everyone else was, but I guess one of them turned into Jungkook. And everyone was like, yeah, bro, like, chicken wings sound great, especially because, like, of the vibe that was going on, like, the whole soccer vibe. There was a lot of teenagers, a lot of, like young adults, not teenagers, young adults out and about with, like, green jerseys. I think it was for the Sounders, but I don't know. They had green jerseys, and they were all just, like, you know, having fun, families, kids, and so some chicken wings, right? For me, I was like, you know what, this is fine, because I'm not dressed up for no restaurant. Like, if they wanted to go to Fogo de Chao, like, I did not want to show up with these 2 shirts. My hair is a mess. Like, no. So we went in, and I took them to a local Thai chicken spot. All the tables were full, and then no one knew who I was, like, who was with me in the group, I guess. Like, no one knew who they were. So, we didn't get, like, the superstar treatment. And, they told us that we'd have to wait for 45 minutes. Well, I mean, also, like, all the tables were full, so they really couldn't do anything about it, even if they knew. And Jungkook was like, it's fine. Like, we can go somewhere else if someone else has an idea. And I was like, okay, like, that's cool. Like, that's valid. Again, it was like, I think it was like, we were already in Seattle. It was like 7:30. But 45 minutes would have put us, like, back a little bit. And then, I was like, okay, the rest of the group, where do you guys want to go? Like, where do you guys want to eat? And then another person responded, and it was RM. Those were the only two people of the BTS group that were in the group. Everyone else, I did not know who they were. Like, there was like two girls, and then the rest were guys. And so yeah, and he suggested noodles. So I was like, chill, like, this is still not a restaurant. I looked for a noodle spot because I had known a noodle spot that was in the city, but again, like, the city was so, like, futuristic and crazy looking. Like, I was like, wow, like, I was genuinely admiring everything. Even as a tour guide, I was the one that was like, whoa, like, look at these buildings. Like, I don't even like buildings, but these buildings were, like, really nice. Like, it was not like, you know how in the movies, well, I don't know, like, Futuro, that aesthetic, Futuro output of image, it kind of looked like bubbly and like water. Like, it was like so beautiful. Everything looked so clean. It was just amazing. And so I took them to a noodle spot I had tasted before in Capitol Hill. It was great. And it was already 8 p.m. So we rushed inside, and saw that there was lots of tables open, but there was, like, every table only had, like, space for 2 or 3 people. And, you know, it was a small business, so we all took a seat. There was a mall around it, and we ordered. They also had some wings, so win-win. After we ordered, I saw that there was a mall nearby. So I was looking at mess. First of all, I already had Jungkook and RM in the group. Like, guys, like, the hell? And also, they rushed me out, so, like, they wanted me to look a mess. I was not having this. I was getting the vibe that the group wanted to go out to drink. Like, from the get-go, they said they wanted to go out to eat, but they were, like, asking about, like, the nightlife. So I was like, okay, they probably want to go out to, like, either party or, like, drink at least, like, at a bar. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I ordered food, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Distance myself, went to the mall. I didn't even buy anything at the mall. I just went because I was like, oh my god, they're about to close. Oh, I did get something like gel for my hair, but that wasn't even at the mall. It was like at a store outside. So I ended up, where did I want to go get a better outfit really quick? Okay, could not get caught in this unfinished. Okay. And then fixed my hair, did my hair, didn't do anything. Okay, I went back and all the food was already like coming back. Like, all of our orders were getting placed on the table. So I was like, yes, bro, like, perfect timing. I didn't take that long. And then the only seat that was available was in front of Jungkook. So even though I was trying to act nonchalant, like, I didn't know who these people were, like, the whole time. Like, I had to sit in front of him. He had to watch me eat. I was like, yo, whatever. I just don't really like when people watch me eat, like, period. Like, I don't care who, but I was like the tour guide, so I had to like eat in front of them. And then so yeah, I was like trying to look out the window. There was like a huge bubble window, and it was really high up. I don't remember going up, but this was like up, like, we were really high up. So not only did I somehow teleport to the top of this tower thing, I was eating with Jungkook and RM. I was planning the rest of the day. And even though I was trying to like nonchalant, I took my seat. I was looking outside, and I started to like spot some places, because even though I knew Seattle, this was not the Seattle I knew. So I was like like, I can't be looking a mess, like, doing my job. Like, I have to log in. And I didn't have my phone. So I couldn't even look up any place. Like, I was just, like, genuinely, like, looking outside. Like, okay, does that look fine? Does that look good? Anyways, they finished their food. And we started to walk towards, like, the space. You know, we kept walking around. And then while we were walking around, like, I guess eventually Jungkook and RM, they started talking to me. We got to talking about jobs. Like, they asked me if I really like my job. I was like, yeah, like, it's super chill. Like, I do a lot. I see a lot. Like, it's fun. It's really fun. And they were telling me about their job and, like, the writing process and, like, concerts. And they asked me if I heard about BTS. And I was like, low-key, like, I really have. And I was trying to act nonchalant the whole time. Because I know that you guys are, like, busy. And I'm just, like, giving you guys a tour. Like, I wouldn't want to make you guys uncomfortable during the tour. Like, acting like, you know, I'm your biggest fan. Like, you know, I need you to be chill, relax. Like, that's my job. And then, oh, yeah, I was like, might as well give them a break. And then, well, we kind of just saw the city. There was a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of shops, it was like a more community, futuristic looking Seattle. So, yeah, I did not end up chewing gum, but I did have a beautiful dream. So, I think I am going to cut it off at the 6-day mark for this week, just because the dreams have been kind of long explaining them. And yeah, I think this video is really long. So I'll just start the next one on day 7. And then hopefully, I don't know. So yeah, what have I learned? I've learned that dreams are, you know, I have really good dreams. And yeah, I don't know what I think this dream was just like, I don't even know. I don't know. But yeah, I guess, don't tap the yard 2.5 hours before you go to sleep, because then you don't remember your dreams. Something I learned. I think I'm just gonna get rid of the yard, guys. I'm gonna limit myself to anything but that, because then I have to plan around it. I'm gonna throw it away. Oh my god, I've said this so many times. No, but I'm actually gonna do it, guys. I need to reach that enlightenment state of mind, and I can't do it with constant stimulation. I can't do it. Plus, so it's just it's just a really bad habit. Like, I feel like I'm too young to. I know it's just like barely legal, but not barely legal. I've been 21 for a little bit, but still, I don't know, guys. That was my biggest lesson so far. And yeah,